Deer. Diarrhea. Diarrhea full of shit. I just plan on making myself nine. No one else. Yo, yo. Ooh, I'm so legit. I don't have anything to say, so we're gonna say some shit on the YouTuber. Got one new subby. What the fuck is up with all these views during the middle of the night, like between the hours of 10 o'clock and midnight, at night, and 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Got a new subby. I'm up to 150. 100,000, here I come. It's doable. That way I can say to my future bestie Cool Breeze, look, man. Anyway. So. I just go through the list. Nothing really going on. Hey, Bobs. You two about to fight? Who's that dude? Is that Milo? You're looking kind of like, what the fuck there, bro? Hey, Bundle Baby, you running out of shit to talk about? Oh, I won't do that. Just I'm trying to keep you on the down low, you know what I mean? Wouldn't want to send any traffic your way. Anyway. Almost said it. New York, huh? Blah, I'm just talking shit. I just uploaded a video. I did an audio presentation this morning. I believe it was, yeah. About a silly boy who's drinking his own piss. He's all like, yeah, I drank my own piss. Yeah. Apparently, shit, I don't know if I mentioned this in that audio presentation. Forgot what I said already. Still got it. I'll have to listen to it again. I love to hear myself talk. I'm so wise. Well, unfortunately, I have to listen to it to make sure it doesn't the audio, sometimes things spurg out. Like I said, I made that audio presentation one time, and it was okay on YouTube, but on my end, it sounded like a dinosaur breathing or something. It was like... It was really fucking weird. You know how they do in Jurassic Park? All the dinosaurs make the same sound. It was like that. But, anyway, so I don't know, maybe it'll fuck up on YouTube's end. Whatever. But, yeah, apparently Delta Forces is the best. Rangers, Green Berets, I didn't know there was a difference. Delta Force, they kind of recruit, they cherry pick the best. Even from the SEALs, I guess. But the poor SEALs, I guess they're the best in the water. But boy, they're kind of having a go of it. They kind of got some dudes who were like, not good media coverage. So, you see former Rangers out doing that? Oh. SEALs run the world. Watch me do some push-ups. Get the fuck out of here, man. He's like, I'll do 14. Really? I thought a guy like you in that state would have wanted to, crank out, 50 in record time, Shit. That's such an odd number. Why not one more, make it 15? Honestly, what the fuck? Are you serious right now? You know, like I said, it's all in my... that ended up being a 22-minute thing there. I talked about some stuff. And then Jordan Peterson popped up. Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it in that one or whatever. Because I mentioned it. I did another one, but I deleted it. I was just like, fuck it. I don't know, I just didn't... I think I forgot to mention something. Yeah, I was going to mention the SEAL thing. Because I just deleted it right now. It's like 7 minutes, and I'm like, nah. Because I remember after I was done, I was like, dude, I forgot to mention. So, just fuck it. But, you know, because there's like friendly rivalry, right? Like, who's the best at it? All the special forces, right? Well, the Army's got the most. And as near as I can tell, yeah, it's Delta. D-boys, you know, the guys behind the fence, whatever, apparently they are the best of the best. So, anyway, Marines have Marine recon, but I don't think they're actually like a combat force. I think they're recon. So, you know, 7 guys can fight their way in and out of a jungle. But I guess their main thing is to get in, take pictures, and get out. I don't know. Air Force has like rescue paratroopers. So they're not combat there. I don't know. And Navy, I mean, what's up with that? You're just, you know, a midshipman or whatever it's called, you know. Decide I want to be a commando. Because Army, at least, you know, you're infantry, you know. You know, it's like, gee, I'll go for the Rangers. You know, anyway, blah, 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 blah. Apparently the SEALs are the best in the water. That's like known. Delta's the best. Rangers and Green Berets, I don't know. I didn't know there was a difference. So, but yeah, there's been a lot of SEALs that have got some bad publicity. I'm not seeing any. Maybe it's just the algorithms, but yeah. The Rangers and Green Berets, you know. Like some guy went fucking rogue and shit, you know. You know, and that whole, you know, the guy who was a sniper and the governor. No, not the governor. Governor, whoever. Jesse Ventura. So, I guess he was in Vietnam, but he didn't see combat. What? What was the Navy SEAL doing in Vietnam and he didn't see combat? Those guys see combat like that nobody knows even happened. I thought that's what they did. You don't send the SEAL, you know, to babysit, you know, and mull about, you know, some base. You send them over there to, you know, wreck shit. So I'm a little confused. But, I don't know. But anyway, just saying, you know. Then you got that dude. I mean, honestly, that was childish. Big monster of a man like that. Anyway. Oh, but Jordan Peterson, I guess, Jocko Willink, you know, he wanted to bring it to the enemy and be like this, you know, rip-roaring, you know, chaos-causing dude. And he found out that he actually got better joy out of life mentoring young men. And they had mentioned about, like, that's the patriarchy, you know, paternal instinct or something like that. It's just a short, like, 2-minute video. And he had mentioned something about like 4% of 4-year-olds, mostly in boys, like, you know, yell and bite and steal at age 4. And I don't know why I mentioned it, but he talked about, like, some parents, like, don't know how to get their kids under control. And he had said, you know, they're 4. You can probably take them physically and mentally. And it got me just sort of thinking, you know, that dude is acting like a 6-year-old brat who wasn't disciplined and is drinking his own piss and high on his own farts. And the 4-year-old is acting like a demonic 6-year-old. And it kind of got me thinking, you know, how would that happen? Is that genetic? Was the father violent? An uncle, the granddad? Why would a 4-year-old be acting like that 40-year-old former SEAL who was probably under the influence of some sort of drugs or alcohol he had in his system? And then the rest was all him. He just needed the catalyst, you know, and all that shit that I said in that other video. So, well, audio presentation. Anyway, you're not running the show here, Chief. Yeah. He's an old enough dude where he was in it, you know, back when things were still kind of like hoorah, hoorah. You know, but I don't know how many years he served, you know. It may have been some shit, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a SEAL and you're constantly being redeployed and you end up with, you know, 13 years of combat. Holy shit, man! So, and like I said, they're the SEALs. You know, they're the guys who are, you know, doesn't really get talked about what they do. You know, what makes the news? Well, sometimes this, that, and the other, you know, but whatever. Anyway. Yeah. But man, could you imagine that? If your kid was acting like that. Man, that would be hard. 4 years old. You know, you'd have to, like, restrain him. Take him to, you know, a doctor. Talk to him, you know, be like, that's not normal behavior. You know? Poor little shits, you know, don't have much life experience. You're gonna make them feel like a freak or a monster. You know, 4 years old, throwing fits and shit. So you're gonna have to be, you know, just blunt and honest with them. Mama Bear probably do a fair amount of crying. Papa Bear maybe off, like, you find a quiet corner at work or something, you know, and just sort of don't like cry, but, you know, you know, wipe his eyes, whatever, you know, have a moment. If anybody catches him and he's got a reasonable excuse, you know, like, hey, my 4-year-old son is Just going through some shit. Started trying to figure that out. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? Dear online family and friends, 4 years old. Do you even remember when you were 4 years old? Probably not. That's about the limit. You have no fucking life experience. Like, there's not even any reason why you should be acting like that. For all intent and purpose, it's like he's possessed. Probably not. But, that would be tough. So you got Mama Bear and Papa Bear. Maybe you got little sister on the scene. Maybe he's abusive toward little sister. Ooh, you know, like, whoa. You know, little sister would be, 1, 2 years old, probably, tops. Like, you would, seriously. And again, he's 4 fucking years old. How much of that is actually sinking in? You'd need to take him to get, like, professional help and all the help you could get. Again, making this 4-year-old just feeding this internal swirling rage. But you got to do what you got to do. And it might be a hard few years. Might be a hard, 15 years. But you do everything you can as a parent. Yeah. Get him involved in, contact sports, football and shit, at a young age, wrestling. But mind you, what you're working with, so, if you get him in, like, martial arts and shit, he might take that out of context. What's going through his head. But have the talks. Just be blunt and up front with him. I'm laughing because I stumbled across that channel, and Darth Vader and shit. Kind of like that. I am your fodder. That's your mother. Our job is to raise you to stay out of trouble and to be able to pursue happiness and contentment. If you find yourself falling on hard times, you've got the ability to make not good decisions, but productive, or not bad decisions that are destructive towards yourself or anybody else going to get you hurt, killed, or in prison. But you have the ability to stay out of trouble, find something good, find something productive, get through the rough times, come out the other side stronger and wiser. So as you go through life, as the years progress, you're not just living, life isn't a constant fight, constant battle. You're in charge. You're living life. Life isn't living you. And you might have to have that conversation a few times as he's growing up. If you've got a kid, who's got some sort of genetic miswire where he's a violent dude, and he's impulsive, and it doesn't make any sense. You're trying to think, is this my fault? It's like, is Papa Bear, you were never like that. Maybe you had a brother, he was never like that. Your granddad, nobody in your family was like that, or even if they were, well, he's like that. Your son or your daughter, maybe you've got this wild child daughter. A son would be worse, because the son, he's got the testosterone. There's a bigger chance that he might, like, end up ending somebody, or something. Like, it just depends on how bad he is. And it's your job as the parent, you might have to be the bad cop. So he shakes your hand and gives you a hug, when he's 30 years old. But when he's 16, he fucking hates your guts. And as a Papa Bear, you need to be able to step outside that, and raise a functioning young adult into a man who's going to go out into the world and make decisions for himself. So maybe you need to, enroll him in some sort of boarding school or military school or whatever you got to do, Pops. Mama Bear has no part of that. She's comfort. She's the good cop. You know, but as far as the discipline, she can kind of offer some stuff every now and then. You know, like I can't even put it into words. But if you've got a wild child, you know, problem son, maybe she could offer more if it was a daughter. You know, but and as he got older, if he didn't grow out of it or wise up, then that would be easier because he's going through life. He's got experiences. It would be easier for the Papa Bear to be the bad cop. And don't be the bad like all the time. I'm just, you know what I mean? You got to switch and do things and have family functions and shit, you know, and don't just be constantly like this disciplinary, I got to turn you straight. It's hard for me to put into words. Obviously, you don't want to literally be this disciplinary whatever. I mean, you have to be a father. You have to show love and compassion and unconditional love and compassion and shit like that and all that stuff, but it's still your job. You know what I'm saying? Dog. Dear online family and friends. I just sort of went with this, you know, I'm just sort of thinking out loud, but that would be rough, especially, like I said, when they were 4, you know, when they're 10, well, now I'm just repeating myself, but anyway, that was interesting. I did not know that. That'd be tough on everybody. So, anyway. Luke, I am your father. Don't name him Luke. I am your father. Oh, shut up. That'd be funny. Yeah, I've seen that movie before, man. The fuck? Name him a nice, good, solid name, like, you know, Larry. You know, if I almost said Kosinaboo. We're gonna name our son, like I said, Kosinaboo. Yeah, in our fake scenario, we have a daughter first, but we're naming our son Oliver. This is not negotiable because of that girl that I saw at the airport. Ollie, bring your French fries over here, Ollie. See, Ollie wasn't a like, you know, mad, enraged, angry child. Ollie was just sort of mischievous, you know. Like Ollie, you know, I don't know if I said this or not, but the audio presentation, it's like I should have just got up and like, oh, don't worry, man, I'll go get Ollie. You know, what you looking at, Ollie? What you doing? I'll be right back, ma'am. You know, Ollie wants to go off on a little adventure. You know, so we're gonna go talk to the janitor, and we're gonna go talk to the guy with the thing, and what are you doing with the walkie-talkie? You know, and we'll go get us some extra boxes from the, you know, Perkins Express or whatever at the airport, and we're gonna make him a little robot suit, you know. And don't worry, ma'am, I don't know where your man's at, if he's just not here with you, if you're a single mommy or whatever, but Ollie and I are gonna go, you know. And he'll take his French fries. I'll make sure he doesn't drop any on the floor, and if he does, that he doesn't eat it. You know, that's Ollie. That's not, you know, I'm 6 years old, my name is Damien, you know, or whatever. But you might, you know, unfortunately, you know, yeah, Oliver, Ollie for short. You can name our daughter. I mean, you could have if you weren't a cheating, you know, piece of shit.